Hey everybody, it looks like we're live here. Can you guys just let me know in the chat box if you see my screen and you can hear me? There's a little bit of a delay with the chat too, so you know, if I take a moment to notice your comment, then that's why. Okay, Iman says you're good. Cool. Awesome. So what this presentation is going to be, I'm going to show you how to grow your YouTube channel fast, even if you have 0 subscribers, no fancy equipment, and don't know how to edit video. So I'm going to go over just a little bit of background about what this system is and how it works. Then I'm going to show you exactly how to go through the entire system, how to set it up. Then I'm going to show you how to make it work without having to constantly upload new videos. And I'm going to show you how you can make this work, you know, even if you don't have really fancy equipment. It's how I actually did it with just a cheap phone and an old computer and a few free apps. So I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes here for all of the stragglers. But while we're waiting, why don't you let me know in the chat where you guys are calling in from. Oh. Looks like a small group today, but that's cool. Hey, all about the Benjis, I remember you. How you doing? Hey, Boss Maid. Hey, Marcelo. Amerti Birdface, I remember you too. Cool. So, it must have been good last time because I got a few people that are coming back. Oh, hey, Gene. Good to see you. Nadej. Hey there, Tyler. Iman from Georgia. Very cool. I'm in Florida. We're almost neighbors. Boss Maid. All about the Benjis. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And Mark Longstreet. How you doing? And all about the Benjis in Florida with me. And Slippy the Slurpy. How's it going? Cool. So, glad you guys are all on here. Let's go ahead and get started here. So, again, just real quick, what I'm going to go over first is just a little bit of background about this system and how it works and, you know, what it is compared to the normal system. Then I'm going to show you actually the whole steps of the system that I use to almost triple my YouTube growth and get paid a whole bunch in the meantime. I'm going to show you how to make this work without constantly uploading videos. And then finally, I'm going to show you how you can do this without really much equipment. How I did it with just a phone and a crappy laptop and a few free apps. So what I'm going to show you in this presentation is how to grow your YouTube channel much faster than traditional methods, and also get paid at the same time as you're growing your channel. This method does not rely on your current subscribers, so it will work just as well if you have a brand new channel as it will for a channel with a big following. The strategy that most people follow on YouTube is what I call the traditional method. Basically what that is that they put up a whole bunch of videos. They promote and share their videos as much as they can to get views and subscribers. And then when the channel finally gets big enough, they can turn on monetization and start making money from ad revenue and maybe from sponsorships. And so the truth is that the traditional method works. It really does work, but it has some major drawbacks. Number one is it takes a really long time. Like, you have to commit to this for years before you're making any kind of real money. The second thing is that you have to constantly post new videos, which is a lot of work. The way that the YouTube algorithm works is that it likes to reward people who are posting consistently. And so the traditional method is all about using the algorithm to your advantage, which, again, it works. It's not a bad thing. But in order to do that, you have to be constantly posting new videos for the algorithm to like you. And then third, even that when you do get that 1,000 subscribers, at which point you can start monetizing, which takes at least a year in most cases, you're still not going to make much more than $100 per month. So, you know, I don't know about you guys, but that $100 a month, that pays for food for like a week for me. that is not anything that you could possibly even come close to living on. So, what's the solution? Well, I've come up with a new method which I call the get paid first method. If you follow this method, you will grow your channel 2 to 10 times faster than the traditional method, depending on how many followers you already have. It's actually better if you have fewer followers. You will start getting paid right away instead of having to wait a year or more. And you can make 5 figures a month right from the beginning. Okay, now if you're thinking that this sounds way too good to be true, let me show you some hard numbers. This is a screenshot from my YouTube account showing my subscriber growth for most of the year, from December of last year until like October this year. And so you can see that I was trending around 50 subscribers a week for most of the year. And then when I started doing this get paid first strategy, I rocketed up to like, if you average these few, it's about 150 subscribers per week. So I basically tripled my subscriber growth. And if you're getting fewer subscribers than that, if you're a really new channel, let's say you're only getting like 5 subscribers a week, then you can still get to this like 150 a week. So you're going to be doing like 30 times as many subscribers per week. So it depends on how many subscribers you already have, but this worked very well for me. And if you have a smaller channel than I do, then it'll work even better for you. And then here's just a snapshot of my Stripe account for the month of October. You can see the payouts that I got here. And if you add all those together, it comes up to like $24,000. Now this isn't even the whole month of October. I took this in like October 20th. So for a partial month, I made $24,000. And I'm not saying this to brag, to say, oh, look how rich I am. I'm just saying this so that you understand that this is real. Like you can see the proof that this is that I'm actually getting real results from this. Now, your results are going to vary from mine, right? Every business is unique, and this is a business, by the way. What I'm going to show you on this presentation, it's a system, but it's a small self-contained business. And so every business is different. Every business is going to have different results. So I'm not promising that you're going to have exactly the same results as me, but what I do promise you is that I'm going to show you the exact system that I use to generate these results, and whether or not you choose to use that system is up to you. So real quick, just a little bit about me. My name is Chris Shoup. I'm the founder of Dominate Marketing. That's my freelance marketing company. I'm an author. I have 2 books. And I've been a YouTuber since early 2019, so I'm fairly new on YouTube. And it's a picture of me and working hard in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And so here's how this whole thing came about. I used to work at a normal corporate desk job, but for a long time I thought about starting my own YouTube channel. I liked the idea of being a full-time YouTuber because I was tired of working for somebody else. I was tired of having a ceiling on my income. I was tired of having to go into the office and sit in traffic every day. And I was tired of having no control over my schedule. I wanted a lifestyle of freedom, and I wanted to share my knowledge with the world. And so after years, literally years of not taking any action, I finally took the plunge and started a channel. And this is a screenshot from my very first YouTube video I took while I was driving in the car, which is probably not the safest idea in the world, but I was so awkward talking to a camera. Like, it feels weird talking to an inanimate object. So I found that if I was driving, like, my attention was kind of diverted, so it made it a little bit less awkward, and so I could talk more normally. But anyway, that's my very first ever video. So I started uploading videos, and then crickets. Nobody watched my videos. I spent a whole bunch of time and effort creating these videos and never getting more than like 10 views. And so I decided to do some research. I watched every tutorial I could get my hands on about how to grow a YouTube channel. And I learned a lot. I learned how to make thumbnails and how to optimize my titles and descriptions so that I could get a little bit of search traffic, so that when somebody typed something into the YouTube search bar, that my videos would come up every once in a while. I learned all about click-through rates and average watch times and how to get ranked better in the YouTube algorithm. And I started to see a trickle of views coming in and even a few subscribers. But it was still really slow, which actually was what I expected, because all of the experts in the tutorials were saying that it usually takes over a year just to hit 1,000 subscribers. But one day I had a crazy idea. I already knew a fair bit about online marketing, so I thought, what if I could apply the same marketing strategies to YouTube? What if I could advertise to people to get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel and then sell them something that they would be interested in to pay back my advertising costs? Well, long story short, it worked. After a year and a half of struggling and very little to show for it, I finally had a repeatable system that worked. A system that tripled my new subscriber growth, that made me $5,000 the very first week I tried it, which, by the way, that's more than I made from the whole year and a half on YouTube before that combined, and ended up making me almost $30,000 just that month. This is the exact system that I'm going to show to you in this presentation. I'm going to walk you through how exactly to do this system. Now, real quick, I'm going to tell you who this presentation is for and who it's not for. This is for you if you have a YouTube channel or you would like to start a YouTube channel. This is for you if you want to grow your channel much faster than the traditional method. And this is for you if you'd like to get paid now instead of waiting a year or more in the future to be able to monetize and make money from that. Now, who this presentation is not for, it's not for everybody. This is not for you if you're not willing to speak on camera, or at least be willing to speak live. Like, you could have a presentation like I have here and not put your face, but you have to be willing to speak live. If you're not willing to do that, it's not going to work for you. This is not for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. I mean, you do make good money doing this and you make it fairly fast, but it's not, you have to put in effort. You have to put in work to build the system. Now, when I said that I made $5,000 my first week, that was the first week of running the system. It took me a few weeks before that to actually create it, right? So you do have to put in some work. If you're looking for just kind of lay around and make money, it's just not going to work for you. And then if you're not willing to invest, this system relies on advertising, and you have to pay for advertising. Now, the amount that you make is a whole lot more than the amount that you pay, but if you're not willing to invest at all, then it's not going to work for you. You also have to be willing to invest your time. You know, a lot of people get stuck in this kind of employee mindset of you get paid for every hour that you work, and you never have to pay in order to get paid. Well, if you want to run a business, it works a little bit different. You have to invest money to create your business, and you have to invest your time building up the system that's going to pay you back in the future. And this is no different. The amount of money and time actually that you have to invest in this business is very small compared to most businesses. If you think about starting a restaurant franchise, for example, or buying a factory, those things cost a heck of a lot of money and take a whole lot of time to set up. This takes a whole lot less time and a whole lot less money, but if you're not willing to put in any time and money at all, it's just not going to work. So, here's what we're going to cover. Number one, the get paid first method that I use to more than double my subscriber growth and make $30K in just the first month. Two, how to make this method work without spending endless hours recording and editing new videos. And three, how to get started with nothing but a computer, a smartphone, and a few free apps. So, I'm going to go through the process. I'm going to go through kind of the high level of the process, and then I'm going to get into a little bit more detail about each step of the process. Now, before I begin, let me ask you guys in the chat, let me know, what is your channel about? What kind of channel is it? Is it a channel about how to lose weight, or a gaming channel, or a beauty channel? Let me know in the chat, because it helps me know I can actually kind of get an idea of what all you guys' channels are, and then I can use examples that are going to be more relevant to you. Okay, so Slippy says mostly gaming, Boss Maid says gaming. Jay-Z says gaming, Tyler says gaming. Okay, so a lot of gamers here. Eman says, I make music, gaming, and I'm trying to do a podcast with my friends. Okay, cool. So the overarching theme here is gaming for sure. Okay, travel experience. That's cool. Gaming or fitness. Okay, awesome. So let me go through the high level of this process. And if you don't fully get it right now, then don't worry. I'm going to go through in more detail later on. But the basic process, the way that this works, is you're going to run an ad. You're going to run an ad, probably on YouTube. I like to run YouTube ads. And in your ad, you're going to say, hey, sign up for my free live event. And then if they click on your ad, they'll go to what's called a landing page. Now, a landing page is a little different than a regular web page. A regular web page, you have a whole bunch of stuff, right? You have like a bar across the top where you can click on home page and about me and contact us and all that. And then maybe there's stuff along the sides that you can click on. And so there's all these things kind of competing for your attention. Well, a landing page is more simple. It's just trying to get the person to do one thing and one thing only. And so in this case, you're trying to get them to sign up for some sort of free YouTube live event. And so they'll sign up for the event, and then they'll go to a thank you page that just confirms that they're signed up, and then tells them to watch a video that's on your YouTube channel. This is called the bridge video, which will get the person acquainted with your channel and likely get the person to subscribe to your channel. This is where your subscriber growth comes from. And then after they watch the bridge video, then they will show up to the actual live event over YouTube Live. And you will share something that's entertaining or that's helpful for them. And then at the end of the event, then you will offer something they are likely to be interested in, and they buy it from you, and you get paid. And then after you get paid, you can put some of that money that you made back into ads and repeat the whole process over again. And you can just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it as much as you want to. And keep getting money, keep getting subscribers, and it's like a self-contained system, like perpetual motion here. Okay, so this is the overview. This is the basics of how the process works. Now I'm going to get into how to do every part of this process. So the first part is the ad. Now the ad, there are a lot of things to keep in mind, but there are two most important topics that I want to cover here. Number one is the targeting. What targeting means is who is actually seeing your ad. Now, if you're running ads on YouTube, you have a lot of options because YouTube is owned by Google, and it's actually the same advertising platform as Google. And so Google knows pretty much everything about everyone. So you can figure out exactly who to show your ad to that's going to be interested in what you have to offer. So let's say that you're a gaming channel that that focuses on Call of Duty. Well, you can find people who watch Call of Duty on YouTube. You can find people who search Call of Duty on Google. You can find people who watch channels like yours on YouTube. There's all these options that you can target exactly the sort of person that's likely to like your channel. And then the second part is the copy. Copy is a fancy marketing term. It just means what you actually say in your ad. And so your copy is just going to be talking to the person that you're targeting and trying to get them to click your link. So you want them to sign up for your event. So you say, hey, are you a fan of Call of Duty? Well, I have this amazing live event where I'm going to show you X, Y, and Z, and it's absolutely free. So click the link and sign up for the event. All right, something like that. And so if they click the link, then they'll go to the next step, which is the landing page. The landing page has three basic parts. It's going to have your event topic. That is, what is your event going to be? What is your YouTube Live going to be about? And this has to be something that's interesting to the kind of person that you're trying to get. So it could be a bunch of hacks in Call of Duty that you can use to, I don't know, you can tell I'm not much of a gamer. It could be how to get sponsorships for playing video games, something like that. And then you have to have your event time and date, right? You need the person to know when they're going to be able to show up. And then a sign-up form. So you're just going to ask for their name and their email address. And the reason that you ask for this is so that you can send them reminders, because people forget, and if you can send them a reminder email the day of the event, then they're much more likely to show up, and you want people to show up. So that's the landing page. Next part is the thank you page. The thank you page, you're going to want to confirm. You're going to want to say, hey, I got you, you're signed up. You want to tell them the event date and time again, right, in case they forgot. you're going to want to give them some next steps. So you're probably going to tell them to put the date and time in their calendar, and then you're going to tell them to watch your bridge video, and you're going to have the link to your bridge video. So they're going to click on that link, they're going to go to your bridge video. Now your bridge video is just a normal video on your YouTube channel, public, normal, that anybody can watch. That's going to do a few things. It's going to, one, introduce your channel. It's going to show what your channel is about, right? This is so people get an idea of who you are and what you're about, and it's going to get people to subscribe, right? This is how you're going to get your subscribers. And then the third thing your bridge video should do is to get people excited about the YouTube Live. So this is going to give them a little bit more information, get them excited about the benefits that they're going to get from watching your YouTube Live. And then, of course, the YouTube Live event itself, you are going to present something that's useful or entertaining. This is very, very important, right? Because if you have to present something that's worth the people's time. If you're wasting people's time, they're not going to like you and they're not going to buy from you, right? So you have to find something that that is going to be actually worthwhile for them. And then the second part is you're going to offer them a product that that particular audience would be interested in. And then they buy the product and you get paid. Now, what product or service you choose to sell is going to depend on your audience. And are you guys with me so far? By the way, is this whole part, does this make sense? If not, if you didn't understand something, I will take questions at the end, by the way. Hey, Bossmate says yes, Slippy says yes. Cool. Okay, so what product or service you choose is going to depend on your audience. Basically, it should be a product where people who are likely to buy that product are also likely to enjoy your YouTube videos. Now, notice I said that people who like the product are likely to like your videos, not the other way around. There's a difference there. You don't have to sell something that people who are already following your channel or people who already like your videos are going to like your product. Not necessarily. So here's an example. Let's say that you have a comedy channel. You have a channel with comedians or people being funny, and you decide to sell a product that's all about how to be a stand-up comedian. Well, chances are the people that watch your videos, most of them don't really want to be a stand-up comedian. So that's not really going to work on them. They're just there because they want to laugh. That's all. So you can't really sell those people on something to be a stand-up comedian, but that doesn't matter because you have to look at it the other way. People who want to be stand-up comedians like comedy, right? Those people are all going to like comedy videos, right? I mean, at least I hope so. Maybe there's some stand-up comedians out there that don't like comedy, but I would think that most of them would, right? So you want the people that like your product to also like your YouTube videos, but not necessarily the other way around. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, it could be your product that you sell, it could be a service that you offer, or it could even be someone else's product that you can sell for commission. This is something that's actually super common. It's called affiliate products, where there's a whole bunch of affiliate products that you can become a seller for, and you can make a hefty commission. You can make 40%, 50%, 75% sometimes of something that you sell. So if you have, if you don't have anything to sell, you can find something that someone else has to sell. Like if you want to sell a product about how to get sponsorships for gaming, but you don't have one yourself, you can just sell it for somebody else, and you can get a big chunk of the sales price as your commissions. So let me give you just a few examples to show you how this works in different niches. So let's take the example of an advice channel. This is probably the easiest niche, but I'll start with that. You could sell a book, right? You could sell a book with your advice. And by the way, when I say advice channel, I mean how to do something. So like how to be more spiritually aware, how to have a better relationship, how to lose weight, how to build muscle, how to make more money, just how to do anything, how to build a house. If you have an advice channel, you can sell a book with your advice, right? Or you could sell an online course with your advice. Or if you're an affiliate, you could sell an online course with somebody else's advice. Or you could sell personal coaching services. You could sell a coaching package where you talk to people over Zoom and help them with their problems. A few examples. So let's take another example. If you're a gaming channel, right? We got a bunch of gaming channels here. So if you're in a gaming channel, what could you sell? Well, you could sell a game, right? If you could get affiliate commissions for selling a particular game that you like, you can make money that way. You could sell a gaming subscription. If you have a subscription service of gaming kind of where you get a new game in the mail every week, something like that, or over the computer these days. You can see how I was a gamer like 10 years ago, so I'm a little bit out of the loop. But you can sell a subscription to something. You can sell an online course if you know how to do something in particular about gaming. Like if you know how to beat every game in the littlest time possible, or you know how to get sponsorships for gaming, or you've been starting a gaming YouTube channel, for example. And again, you don't have to have this product yourself. You can find somebody else that already has the product and sell it for them. Another example, beauty channel. You could sell makeup or skincare products, get an affiliate commission. You could sell an ebook with affiliate links. I think this is really cool because you get paid double on this one, right? You sell the ebook, so you get paid for the ebook, and then you have a bunch of links in the ebook that if people buy the links, buy the product rather from the links, then they get paid. So this is pretty cool. You can do an online course, about how to do makeup or how to have great skin or whatever. You can do personal consultations where you talk to people over Zoom and tell them how they can improve their appearance. Right? So those are just a few examples, just to kind of expand your mind and show you that this will work for a whole bunch of different niches. Right? Even if it doesn't seem like a niche that it would work for, you could probably come up with some way that it would work. So let me show you just what the numbers look like. This is a screenshot from my my AdWords dashboard. That's Google Ads, which owns YouTube. And so this one's called Excel Business Exploratory. This was for a very unique product where I showed people who are Excel experts how to create a business out of their Excel expertise. Right? It's a very small niche, very specific, right? So you guys that have like a broader niche, you can probably do better than me. Anyway, so I spent about $1,500 on this. And don't worry, you don't have to spend a lot like that right away. You can start small, and then when it works, you can keep reinvesting. This was for about a month, by the way. This was for a whole month of September. I got 599 conversions, which a conversion is somebody who signed up for the event, for the live event in this case. And so I would guess that about half of those ended up subscribing to me. So about 300 subscriptions. So with $1,500 in cost, I made about $30,000. So that's a 20 times return on investment. It's like putting $1 in and taking $30 out. And I got 300 subscribers just as kind of like a knock-on benefit. So you can see how powerful this is. You can see why this is such a great system. I mean, if you talk to any kind of like investment guru and tell them that you have an investment where you can put, you can get a 30 times return in just 1 month. Like you could put $1 in and get $30 out in just 1 month. They would look at you like you're crazy. They would think you're completely out of your mind. Right? There are no investments that get anywhere near this kind of return on investment. But with a really good business, you can. And that's what this is a really good business and a really simple business to get started. So hopefully you can see the power of that. Now for me, this is fun. Because you have complete control over how many new subscribers you get. You just determine how much money you put into ads, and the more money you put into ads, the more subscribers you get. You can push a button to turn it on or off at any time. So let's say that I just want to take a vacation and I don't want to do any live presentations. I just turn it off. And then I'm going to take my vacation, and when I come back, I just turn it on again. Like, it's super easy. And you can send money to YouTube ads and get a 20 times return. So imagine you get to choose how many new subscribers and how much money you want to make per week or per month, and you set your ads to exactly that level. Now you have an automated YouTube growth machine bringing you new subscribers and money on autopilot whenever you decide to turn it on. Like, is that pretty cool? Are you guys following me here? Cool. So let's go ahead and get into part 2, how to make this method work without spending endless hours recording and editing new videos. Now, if you follow the traditional method, like I said, it's a lot of work. You have to make a lot of videos. You have to upload on a consistent schedule because, again, this is what the YouTube algorithm wants to see. And the traditional method is all about using the algorithm. And you have to put a lot of time and effort into writing just the right title, just the right description, just the right tags. This is all your search engine optimization stuff. You have to create a thumbnail that's attractive to people, that people want to click on, etc. Well, the get paid first method, the method that I just showed you, is actually much less work. You really only need to create 2 videos. You need a bridge video and you need your live presentation. You have to give your presentation again whenever you want to make more money, but you can give the same presentation every time, right? So you don't have to rewrite it. You don't have to rewrite the video content, the video content. Yeah, you don't have to write a title and a description. You don't have to redo the thumbnail every time, etc. You just write all that stuff one time and you can reuse it over and over again. And then other than those 2 videos, you just can create new videos when you feel like it. And actually, your subscribers will be happier. So let me ask you, think about all of the channels that you subscribe to on YouTube. Do you watch all the videos that they put out? Probably not. You have other things in your life other than watching videos. Well, your subscribers have other things in their lives too. So if you feel like you have to put out videos, your subscribers probably aren't going to watch most of them. And since you're making these videos from a place of feeling forced, they're probably not going to be as good as they could be. But if you're relaxed about it, then you can only create videos when you have a really good idea that you're excited to create. So your videos will be better, your subscribers will like you more, and the YouTube algorithm will start to notice that people are loving your videos, which gets you even more subscribers. So it's really a win across the board, and you can get rid of the burden of having to create new videos all the time. So if you do this get paid first method, this is the video schedule that you follow. Number 1 is a bridge video. You create this video one time. Just one time and then you're done. There's a live presentation. You have to repeat this whenever you want. You can do it once a week. You can do it once a month, twice a month, once a year, just whatever works for you. And then the other videos, you just upload whenever you feel like it. Whenever inspiration strikes, whenever you have a great idea, then you put up another video. Cool. So that's why you don't have to put up a whole lot of videos. It's actually a lot less work if you do this method. Now let's get into part 3, how to get started with nothing but a computer, a smartphone, and a few free apps. So let me ask you guys, anybody here a little bit feel like a little nervous that maybe you don't have the right equipment, maybe you don't have a fancy camera, or you don't have video editing equipment, or you don't have lights, or that you're just, maybe you're letting yourself be held back because you just don't have enough stuff? Bossmaid says yes, Slippy says yes, Bossmaid me. Slippy, I play on a laptop. Iman says, I wrote down all the equipment so I know what to buy. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. I'm not sure. Gene says, yep. Tyler says, yes. Cool. Well, I think this section is going to make you feel a little bit better about this. Now, when I got started, all I had was a cheap smartphone and an old laptop. I didn't have any fancy studio set up, and I had absolutely no idea how to edit video. For that matter, I couldn't even talk on camera without feeling super nervous and awkward. It's strange, it was really strange for me, talking to a camera, talking to an inanimate object like I would talk to a person, and it's very difficult for me to do that. And I was very afraid of what people would say about me if I put myself out there. You probably noticed that anybody on YouTube, that anybody that's talking publicly, putting themselves out there, they get haters. Like, no matter how good the content is, no matter how helpful or how nice the person is, there are always people that leave nasty comments, and honestly, I was kind of afraid of that. And so, basically, I didn't have equipment, I didn't have experience, and I didn't have self-confidence. But I knew that you can never succeed if you don't try, and I didn't want to spend my whole life working in a cubicle with a bunch of regrets because I never did anything. So I forced myself to face my fears and do it anyway. I struggled a lot at first, but I jumped in anyway and I learned along the way. And now, with the benefit of almost 2 years of experience and a whole lot more self-confidence, I can tell you the equipment barely matters, and the self-confidence is something that you develop along the way. Look, the truth is that people care about what you can do for them. They care about the benefit. They care about if you can entertain them, or you can educate them, or you can help them to reach some better point in their life, right? They care about the benefit. They really don't care very much about the production quality of your videos. It just doesn't really matter very much. And self-confidence is something that you get when you do stuff, right? When you do something that you're afraid of. I was a very, very timid person when I was young. And I was afraid of just about everything. But I realized that I just had to jump in anyway. I had to make myself do it. And so the more I did the things I was afraid to do, the more I earned the right to feel good about myself. That's kind of the way I thought about it. So I gained self-confidence a lot because of the things that I just jumped into. And I was horrible at first, of course, right? Because everything you do at first, you're horrible at. But that's something that you get along the way. Now let me show you all the equipment that you really need to make this work. Number one, a smartphone with a video camera. And it doesn't have to be a good smartphone, just pretty much any smartphone. You need something to hold the phone. So for me at first, that was a pile of books on a desk. And then later on, I got fancy and I bought a little desktop tripod that was that big that cost like $5. But you need something to hold the phone up. You need a light source. The best light source you could possibly use, by the way, is this flaming ball of gas in the sky. It's called the sun. You probably heard of it. The natural light is really the best kind of light. So if you can have the light shining on you from a window, then that's great for a light source. And if you're recording at night, then you can just move a lamp around or something. You don't have to buy fancy lighting. Anyway. You need a computer with basic video editing software. I use Windows Movie Maker, which came with my computer for free. I didn't even have to download it, but if you don't have it, you can download it for free. And a webcam, which just about all laptops these days come with a webcam built in. So that's all you really need. And actually, it depends on what you're doing. You might not even need this, because if you're not going to be doing videos of yourself, then you don't need the smartphone camera. You don't need the thing to hold it up, and you don't even need the webcam for that matter. Really, you could make do with just the computer and a microphone, depending on what your niche is. Like if you're in the gaming niche, all you really need is a computer and a microphone. So, does this make you feel better? Like you guys that were worried that you don't have the right equipment, does this make you feel a little bit better about that? Boss Maid says yes. Slippy a bit. Cool. Tyler says yes. Merity says yes. Awesome. Glad to hear it. So here's what we've gone over so far. the get paid first method that I used to more than double my subscriber growth and make $30,000 in just the first month. How to make this method work without spending endless hours recording and editing new videos. And finally, how to get started with nothing but a computer, a smartphone, and a few free apps. So let me ask you so far, has this been helpful? Is this making sense? Like I said, it's really important that the content of your presentation is valuable to the people that are watching. So I want to ask you guys, is this something that you're enjoying? So E-Man says, absolutely. Boss Made, very much. Slippy, yeah. Emerity, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that it would be, well, let me give you two options. Do you think that it would be easier if option one, you took everything that I taught you today and go implement this all by yourself? So you go figure out how to run ads, and you figure out how to create landing pages, and you figure out what to say in your presentation, you figure out how to do bridge video, and you put this all together yourself. Or option two, if I was to actually walk you through every step of the way to build out this system. So I showed you every part of this to build this up from scratch, even if you don't have a YouTube strategy, if you don't have a YouTube channel already. Which scenario do you think you would be more likely to be successful? Bossmade says 2. E-Man Army says 2. JC says 2. Slippy the Slurpy, both. Confident, not bad. Emerity says 2. Cool. So what I'm looking to do is I'm actually looking to take on a few folks that I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to personally coach you through every step of the way to building this process. I'm going to show you how to start the YouTube channel, how to create your ads, how to create your landing pages, and every other part of the process. Would it be all right if I took a few minutes to tell you a little bit about that program? For sure, yes, of course. Awesome. So the program that I have in mind is, well, I want to personally work with you to implement the full Get Paid First system that I just showed you so that you're growing your channel and making money on autopilot within 12 weeks. Now, you guys probably already know that if you really want to learn something, you get a coach or a mentor, right? If you want to get fit, you hire a personal trainer. If you want to play an instrument, you hire a music teacher. If you want to start a new business, you work with a proven mentor. Basically, you find someone who's already getting the results that you would like to get, and you have that person coach you through the process. Now, I'm going to personally coach a few people to set up every part of this process, to figure out who your target audience is and what they want, to choose the perfect product or service that those people will be overjoyed to pay you for. This part is super important. You got to find what is the thing that you can sell that people are going to be interested in. I'm going to show you how to find the perfect topic for your YouTube lives that's going to make people want to sign up. I'm going to show you how to set up your ads. I'm going to show you how to set up your landing pages and your checkout pages and everything else that you need to know. I'm going to go through every single part of this strategy, A to Z, to help you set it up. And it's going to be completely live. I'm going to be doing it with you. So here's what the Get Paid First method can do for you. Get you a massive increase in YouTube views and subscribers. Get you almost unlimited income. Now I say almost because it depends on what you're selling. It depends on your ability to deliver. So if you're doing one-on-one coaching sessions, let's say, that's your product, well, you can't take 100 clients in one day. Right, your time is you only have so many hours in a day. Or if you're selling a physical product and you only have a certain number of those items, right, then you can't sell beyond that item. But basically, you can get unlimited customers, but what limits your income is your ability to deliver. But apart from that, it's pretty much unlimited. So you can make a lot of income this way. You can focus on doing what you love. I don't know about you guys, but I like making videos. For me, this is a lot of fun. I love doing this, and I don't have to have a job while I do it, right? And if you do this, then you probably won't have to have a job, because the pay, the amount of money that you make from this is more than almost any job. I mean, unless you're like a doctor or a corporate CEO, you can replace your job with this and make more money. I mean, of course, if you like your job and you want to keep your job, that's fine. You can do this on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to replace your job, that's an option as well. You get to work from home, or you can work on the road. You can travel. I like to travel a lot, so this business is wonderful for me. You get to be your own boss. You get to set your own schedule. You can wake up when you want. You can throw away your alarm clock if you want to. You can work as much or as little as you want, right? You get to control exactly how much you want to do this system. And if you say, okay, well, I don't feel like doing a presentation this week, I don't feel like uploading any videos this week, then that's fine. Or, I mean, you could take 6 months off if you want. It's completely up to you. So if that's something that you think you'd be interested in, then you can book a call with me at www.chrisshoop.com/apply. That's my name, Chris Shoop. You do have to put the www or else it messes up. So www.chrisshoop.com/apply. Now, the reason for booking a call is so that I can figure out if I can help you. Right? I know that I can't help everybody. I can help a lot of people, but I can't help everybody. And so I want to actually get to know you a little bit and know what you're doing and know what your YouTube niche is, or what you're planning to do on YouTube if you don't already have a channel, and figure out if I am able to help you. Because if I take you into the program and I'm not able to help you, then it's just a big waste of time for you, and it's embarrassing for me. So I want to make sure that I actually can help you before I invite you into the program. And so I want to figure out if I can help you, and then also figure out, of course, if the program is right for you, if it's something that's of interest to you. So that's what we'll figure out on the call. Now, you guys probably figured out already, this is not going to be cheap, right? If you're accepted into the program, if this is something that made me $5,000 the first week that I did it, and $30,000 the first month. So, yeah, I mean, obviously that's not going to be cheap. And this is, but what I can say though is that the amount of money that you can make from this is a whole lot more than the amount of money that I charge. So that's what I want for you, is to be able to invest a little bit in this and make a lot in return. Now, this is not going to be a coaching call. Right? If you book a call with me, I'm not gonna like teach you how to do this. This is entirely figuring out if you are a good fit for the program and if the program is a good fit for you. So if that's of interest to you, then go ahead, go to www.chrisshoop.com/apply. I'll put it in the YouTube chat here. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up for questions. So if anybody's got questions, go ahead and let me know in the chat there. And by the way, if you're thinking that you can probably just figure this out yourself, that you can just trial and error your way to making this work, you can, right? I won't argue with you. You absolutely can. But just a couple things to think about. One is that you're going to lose a lot of time. It's going to take you a whole lot longer to figure this out by trial and error than just to ask somebody who already knows how to do it and get somebody who already knows how to do it to walk you through it. And then the second thing is that if you're doing trial and error with paid advertising, that gets very expensive, because for every ad that doesn't work, you don't know that it doesn't work until you pay for it, right? So you run through a lot of advertising budget that doesn't get you any results. And so if you think about what happens when you see an ad on YouTube. Like if you see an ad, you're going to watch a video and you see an ad pop up. What do you do 99% of the time? Probably you hit the skip button, right? You skip it as fast as you possibly can. That's what most people do on YouTube. And so it's very difficult to reach people with those ads. You have to, it's a skill that you have to master. You have to get good at creating ads that actually get people's attention and make them want to watch and make them want to sign up. Now, this is something that I've figured out how to do over a long time. And you know, if you guys being here, by the way, is proof that that works, right? Because I did exactly the same process to get everybody who's on this presentation, right? You saw one of my ads and it caught your attention enough that you didn't skip it, and then you clicked the link, and then you signed up for the presentation, and then here, almost an hour later, you're still listening to me. You know, obviously your time is valuable. You wouldn't be doing that if I was wasting your time, right? So I figured out how to make this process work, and I can show you how to do exactly the same thing. You can figure it out yourself, but it takes a long time, and you're gonna blow a whole lot of money on ads while you're trying to figure it out. So, anyway, I think I've ranted enough. Let me take questions here. E-Man says, how do I create the actual ad to send to people of interest? That is a pretty broad topic, and yeah, it depends a lot too on who are the people that you want to talk to, and what is it that you are offering to them. And so everything in the ad is going to be based around that. And so that's why I have this program. Is I can't really answer that question very well because I don't know very much about your situation. So if you apply to the program and you're accepted, then what we'll do is we're going to figure out exactly what your niche is. We're going to figure out exactly what you can offer. We can figure out exactly what training is going to be interesting to the people that are your audience. And then we're going to build an ad around those things. We're going to build an ad that's custom tailored to exactly the type of person that you're looking for. So I hope that answers your question. JLJ's Gaming says, do I go to your main site? Well, it's just this link that I have here, chrisshoop.com/apply, if that's what you mean. And this is just a form where you can answer a few questions about yourself, so I know a little bit about you going into the call. And then you're going to see a calendar where you can book a 45-minute segment with me, and we'll just talk about, you know, whether or not you're a good fit for the program. And if not, then no worries. Like, there's zero obligation here. This is, if the program is good for you and I think that I can get you good result, then you know, we'll go forward. But you know, if there's no pressure at all. Bossmate says, how much is the program? It's not cheap. Like I said, it's if you can make $5,000, it's not cheap, but it's less than $5,000. Put it that way. How much exactly it costs is going to depend on your unique situation. That's another reason that I'm not inviting people right here. I want to book a call to figure out what exactly it is you need, so that I can tailor it around your unique needs. Anybody else got questions? Go ahead and let me know. The call is free, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, so probably some of you guys figured that the system that I'm using here is pretty much the same system as the one that I showed you. The only difference is that I have that extra step of application and talking to people on the phone. And I have that because I have a program that's not for everybody, right? And I got to figure out whether or not the people that apply are going to be the people that are right for the program. So depending on what your product is, you may or may not have to do that. In most cases, you probably won't have to do that. But what I'm offering here is something that's kind of unique, so I have to do that. I'm going to take off this jacket because I'm getting hot. My wife says I should wear a jacket because it makes me look more professional, but it gets awfully hot. Longstreet says, interesting, marketing is exactly what I'm trying to learn. Talk to you later. Absolutely, sir. Good to see you again. Have a good night. JLJ's Gaming says, I'm filling out the survey, but I don't get paid at all. Okay. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but we can talk about it on the call if you like. Oh, do you mean, you just mean that you don't have a job or you don't have an income source right now? If that's the case, somebody told me this a long time ago, and I thought it was good. When there's something that you don't have money for, you know that you don't have money for it, but you want it anyway, instead of saying I can't afford it, you reframe it as a question. You say, how can I afford it? Find some way to make that money. Chances are there's a whole bunch of ways around you in order to be able to make some money. And even if you follow my channel, if you go to some of my old videos, I've got a bunch of ways that you can make money even if you don't have any money to invest right now. With the internet, there's just like infinite numbers of ways to make money. So if that's a problem for anybody, then I highly recommend that you kind of think about what you can do to make a little bit of money to buy whatever it is that you want to buy. And so again, if you subscribe to my channel and go to some of my earlier videos, or even to some of my later videos, I talk about that a lot. And my channel is all about how to be free. So part of being free is being free financially, and that is to be able to buy things that you want to buy without having to have a job. And there's a gazillion different ways to do that. So there's you can absolutely figure out something. Yes, that's what you mean. Okay. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Whenever I come up with a cool idea to make money, especially if you can make money without having to pay in advance, then that's what I like to share on my channel. iStreamVid says I'm very late. No worries. This will be up for a while, so you can go back and watch it if you like. Watch from the beginning. I'm just talking about a coaching program that I have it's kind of just going deeper into the stuff that I covered earlier in the video. So, take a look at that, and then you can figure out if this is something you're interested in or not. Royal Prince Joel says, how about other people's niche on your page? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can you explain that a little bit? Silence. Yeah. I should have some elevator music to play in the background. So I just put 1K or less because I make less money than 1K. Sure. That's right. Okay, well, I'll give you just a couple minutes. If anybody has questions, go ahead and let me know in the chat here. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But I'll stay here for a couple minutes. I'm not really in a hurry, but if you don't have any more questions, then I'll go ahead and close up. You're welcome, Boss Maid. Thank you for being here. And thank all of you guys for listening. I mean, you know, whether or not you choose to talk to me about the coaching program, I appreciate that you are willing to spend your time with me and listen to what I had to say. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you guys. And let's see. iStream Vid says, where does the link go to? Go back and watch the presentation. It'll tell you that. It's a link to talk about coaching. Slippy signed up. Cool. Happy Thanksgiving, Slippy. And I will talk to you very soon. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to block off Thanksgiving off my calendar, so probably if you sign up for this Thursday, then I'm going to reschedule on you. So sorry about that. I kind of forgot. But thank you guys again, and have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.